I would say I'm doing pretty well at this. I'm like, go home, I have this beautiful wife, this beautiful baby. Like my life is very warm and supportive.
Do you feel like since starting a family, you pick different kinds of roles? You're attracted to different kind of things?
Yeah, I don't know what about becoming a father made me want to play a narcissistic sociopath, but yeah, an actor's life informs everything that they do. So everything that's ever happened in my life has informed the things that I want to do and the choices that I want to make. And I have been on this path for the last, like I said, 6 or 7 years of really getting to work on material questions, things that are of interest to me. And I'm sure a whole new door has just opened. I mean, this is the only job I've done since I became a dad, so we'll see. But a whole new world of things has just opened up to me in experiencing fatherhood and this magical, joyful, chaotic, stressful, anxiety-inducing love that you did not know you had the capacity for, but it just expands every single day.
How much does timing and how does it go about choosing the right role at this part of your career? Like, how much does timing impact that for you?
Well, I mean, in some roles, like this one, timing is everything. You know, this show was ready to go literally the day that everything shut down for the pandemic. They had built the sets, crewed up, cast up. I mean, it was ready. And it was only because of the pandemic that the job became available and became available for me. And also, frankly, you know, that if it had been 6 months earlier, I wouldn't have taken the job because Jodie was still pregnant and I really wanted to obviously be there for all of that. So it just like, this job is like cosmically the right job because it came at exactly the moment where it worked for them, where it worked for me, and where I felt like I had the emotional bandwidth to take something like this on. Because it was more than even I anticipated it to be, but it was obvious for me from the very beginning that this was going to be quite a heavy lift.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're now interested in more of these kind of heavier roles that are the bad guy? Do you enjoy playing the bad guy?
I mean, yeah, I enjoyed the hell out of this role. But again, it's not so much, it wasn't really just that he was the bad guy that was so compelling to me about this guy. Because I've had opportunities to play bad guys before or villains before. And usually villains are very two-dimensional, right? They're the bad guy, so you know what they're all about. In this one, what was so compelling to me was that Patrick chose to tell the vast majority of the story through the bad guy's eyes. You very rarely do that, unless he's an anti-hero where there's some redemptive thing about him. There's nothing redemptive about this man. Like, we go down this journey, we tell you how he came to be, we introduce you to his family, his loves, his life, everything about him. And the end is he's awful, right? There's no redemptive portion of his story. And I found that take really, really compelling. So would I play a bad guy again? Absolutely. But you know, I think I'm in this wonderful portion of my career now where, like, I'm at the age where I'm at the age where the best roles for men are. And we are in an era where the best roles for men, frankly, are in streaming or television or whatever we want to call it, which is where I do most of my work. So bully for me. So yeah, I would love, I've been in a very nice place for the last like 6 or 7 years of finally getting to work on things that exclusively work on things that I'm really passionate about. So I hope to be able to continue that.
How easy was it, or how difficult was it to turn it on and off on set when you're filming and then going home? Because I would assume that's not that easy when it's such a dark story.
You know, if you would have asked me that question while I was shooting it, I would say, I'm doing pretty well at this. I'm like, go home, I have this beautiful wife, this beautiful baby. Like my life is very warm and supportive. Mm-hmm. It wasn't until we finished it and I put the whole thing down that I realized how heavy it actually had been over the course of the time. I was deluding myself about how capable I was to sort of leave it at the office. Yeah. Because it's incredibly dark. The material is dark. The man is dark. And you're causing pain to human beings. Like, you're actually physically damaging other human bodies. So to try to inhabit this man who just has no empathy at all is it's uncomfortable, right? You, as a human being, you want to have compassion, and this man has none. And so it wasn't really till we got to the end of it that I realized just how much that was like weighing on me as a person.
Yeah, I mean, it's uncomfortable to watch, so I can't imagine how uncomfortable it is to be in it. So